2020, opioid addictions have become all too common. In fact, it's estimated 1 out of 10 Americans struggle with some form of substance abuse, and there are concerns this pandemic has made it worse. Scott Silverman calls himself a crisis coach, and he is the author of the book, The Opioid Epidemic: What You Don't Know Will Destroy Your Family and Your Life. And he is joining me live this morning to talk about this. Good morning to you. Great to have you here.
Thank you. It's really nice to be here. Thanks for the opportunity to talk about something that is so stigmatized in our country that we really need to get out there and help, families get access to help, because there is hope and help. And I'm one of the navigators.
Well, the reality is it's been bad for a while. It hasn't gotten worse because of this pandemic. We keep hearing about this.
The opioid epidemic, which in many ways is a pandemic, over the last 5 years has really gotten worse. But what's shifting in the last couple of years, which is really unusual, a lot of people don't know this, is people are going from prescription medications, which now cannot be gotten easily because the AMA and the DEA are putting restrictions on the overprescribing. But what people are going to now and picking up is counterfeit medication, and in that counterfeit medication is fentanyl, which is killing our children. Imagine for a second, you and I get on an airplane and all of a sudden the airplane crashes and we all expire. 240 people in our country right now are dying every day from overdoses with opioids. 240, that's a plane crash. And for some reason, we're not talking about it in a way that we should be.
Wow, that's an incredible number. So you have somebody you think as a friend, maybe a partner, or maybe a family member, you think maybe something's not right. What are the warning signs that someone is addicted?
Great question. And, it's a question I get all the time. Shift in behavior, attitudinal things that are going on, just total disruption going on with the individual. And usually it's young people who are shifting and they don't even know why. And what happens is the brain tries to protect itself. So, we used to say things like, when you see their lips moving, they're probably not telling the truth, which contributes to the stigma. But at the end of the day, it is a tell sign. So one of the things that parents can do, is educate, work on the prevention piece, and also inform. And most parents, when it comes to this, substance use disorders, alcoholism, vaping, self-medicating, and even a disease of addiction, most parents don't really have the skill sets. And there is no vaccination, if you will, for addiction. So we really have to find ways to put the education out there, get it to a much younger age, and really work on the stigma. And the fact that we're even talking about this, if you will. I mean, the book that I put together, The Opioid Epidemic, it took me 3 years to put it together, start to finish. And in those 3 years, 250,000 people died. And this is not slowing down. The CDC last year said we're up 28%. I'm in San Diego. Our overdose rate is up over 400%. And I'd be willing to bet every major community has the same kind of increases currently going on with overdoses because of the counterfeit medication. So if there's something I can do, call me, 619-993-2738. And if you don't want to call me, call somebody. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. My phone works, my text works, and I want to be a resource to families because I don't want to go to funerals anymore, period.
Well, what's your personal connection with this? So is this something that kind of springboarded you into this?
Well, I'm in long-term recovery. Thank you for that. And I've been in recovery for a long time. I'm as my daughter says, don't say it out loud, but I think it's important. I'm a retired, unlicensed pharmacist, so I get it. And I've been in long-term recovery for over 36 years, and I want to give back. And I also have a kind of an innate organic connection to the disease, if you will, and I suffer from it. So when I'm talking to a family, I get it. I understand. I know what they're going through. I mean, I'm not literally in their head, but I've experienced it. And I'm not a clinician, so I approach it from a different perspective. But I also know that there is hope and there is help. I mean, 15% of our country currently suffers from some form of addiction that will erupt over the next 12 months. So when you do that number, it is staggering. But what's even more interesting is those 15% will impact another 70% of our community because of their impairment or because of their issue that's going on. And I also want to remind people that underlying issues with addiction are mental health issues that need to be treated as well, but can't be treated until you remove the self-medication. So that's my commitment, and my, what I do is I understand it.
So let's talk about this. You say families should have this discussion, even if no one is dealing with addiction. And you also said earlier there's that stigma, and we don't talk about it. So you want every family to know they should talk about this no matter what.
I want every family to know that they should be talking about it. But what I want to encourage families to do before you sit down and say to your kid, hey, do you know anybody doing opioids? Be a little, get a little bit more informed. So when the topic comes up, it's not something that is shame-based. It isn't something that's punitive, and it isn't something that causes your child to go deeper in a potential rabbit hole. Yes, the discussion has to happen. 240 people every day that are dying, 240. And that's what we know about. And the odds are, according to some data, 10 times more are actually overdosing, but are luckily getting it reversed because of naloxone and Narcan, which is that nasal spray that we're trying to see everyone in the country get access to. So yes, families should have the conversation, just like you talk about, learning how to drive, what to do during summer. We tell our kids to put sunscreen on when they go out in the sun. We should be talking to them about this. But if you're not sure how, go online. There's a lot of experts out there. A lot of books are written. Or again, contact me. I'll do what I can to help you get the conversation started.
Scott Silverman, the name of the book again is Opioid Epidemic, What You Don't Know Will Destroy Your Family and Your Life. And the website is yourcrisiscoach.com. Thanks so much for joining me. Great conversation. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great day.